Hello, welcome to the channel QPK News. Please subscribe to the channel to follow the latest news of the day. There were rumors that his contract in Japan had been terminated. However, Hyun has denied those rumors. He has continued to be a pillar of strength for Son Ye Jin's mother and daughter throughout their journey. Because Hyun was the most famous male star currently working in the Korean film industry, he was presented with multiple lucrative contract offers both in Korea and abroad. These offers came from both domestic and international studios. The actor has been able to amass a sizable paycheck in addition to a significant fanbase across the globe as a direct result of these agreements. On the other side, there have been fresh rumors going around that Hyun recently severed his partnership with a Japanese company. This is contrary to what was previously believed. An individual who claims to be a coordinator of exchange activities between Korean artists and Japanese audiences has stated that in October, Hyun was invited to attend a fan meetup. However, his Japanese partner later that month required that the actor be replaced with another star. The statement was made by an individual who has claimed to be a coordinator of exchange activities between Korean artists and Japanese audiences. Fans learned that Son Ye Jin's spouse had been banned in Japan because of his new job in Harbin, which presented a negative view of the land of the rising sun. The reason for the blacklisting was his new position in Harbin. The actor's representative batted down the suggestion almost immediately after that and declared firmly that the actor's career is continuing in a very positive way even now. It is general information that Hyun is presently spending his time with his wife and their first boy. It is also common news that this is the first child for the couple. The actor was unable to be present for the birth of his wife since Son Ye Jin arrived a significant amount earlier than everyone had anticipated. Son Ye Jin was the actor's second child. It is expected that Hyun would return to the set at some point in the early part of the next year in order to finish the majority of the filming that was done outside of South Korea. Before Hyun came along, Son Ye Jin's character was previously portrayed by two different male gods in the past. Son Ye Jin was born in 1982, and in addition to having good acting skills, she possesses a nice look. Son Ye Jin was born in 1982. The audience's fondness for her can be attributed, in part, to the movie Summer Perfume, The Fool and the Warrior, And You Will Come, April Snow, Beautiful Sister Buys Me Delicious Rice, Life and Death Negotiations, and Landing on You. Son Ye Jin had a history of performing with a number of dashingly good-looking male co-stars before she tied the knot with Hyun. Hyun was one of those dashingly good-looking male co-stars. In one particular occasion, she was to blame for the two guys falling in love with each other. These two lovely females are known. When So Ji-sub and Yoon first met and worked with Son Ye Jin on the project Beautiful Sister Buys Delicious Rice for Me 4 years ago, both of them grieved when they did so for different reasons. At the time, So Ji-sub and Yoon were working with Son Ye Jin. This exceptionally good-looking man said, "When we first met, I had a hard time looking Son Ye Jin in the eye since she was so beautiful. I had to force myself to do so. My hands began to shake uncontrollably whenever the two of us butted heads or argued with one another. And I couldn't figure out why. Still in this same instant, to the left and to the right. My heart rate quickens in response to anything that happens." Hyun was the one with whom she ultimately fell in love, despite the fact that both So Ji-sub and Yoon acknowledged their emotions for Son Ye Jin. Both Death and Death Negotiations and Crash Landing on You were the products of Ye Jin and Hyun's collaborative efforts in the film industry. Because of these incredible opportunities, the two of them were able to develop a romantic relationship with one another. Following the conclusion of some further inquiries, Son Ye Jin provided her official consent for Hyun to wed her. This year, the couple exchanged their vows and became husband and wife in the month of March. At the end of November, Ye Jin and her husband experienced a double dose of joy with the birth of their first child, a baby boy. This was the first child for both of them. These are the 8 leading females in Korean films who have had the most important influence on the industry. 2022, Hye Soo has landed 2 fantastic roles, and one of them, Suzy Yoona, has been important in the development of her acting career. These breathtakingly beautiful women made their return to the Korean small screen in 2022, and they left an impression on the audience that was profound and enduring. 1. Hye Soo. Since the beginning of the year up until the present, Hye Soo has starred as the main character in 2 movies that have received high praise from film critics and have been ranked among the most financially successful blockbusters of the year. The titles of these motion pictures are Juvenile Court and Under the Shadow of the Palace. The film Under the Shadow of the Middle Palace is flawless from beginning to end and does not in any way present any opportunities for audience confusion. Under the Shadow of the Middle Palace is the ideal film to use as a point of comparison for Juvenile Court because it, like Juvenile Court, focuses on juvenile delinquents and boasts a creative script and an engaging narrative. Elephant with a rat's tail, much like the vast majority of television episodes that are broadcasted today. Hye Soo offered the audience 2 very distinct impressions of herself while expertly executing the part of the story's principal protagonist in each of these films. Despite this, Hye Soo gave excellent performances in both of the roles. Hello, welcome to the channel QPK News. Please subscribe to the channel to follow the latest news of the day. These are the 8 leading females in Korean films who have had the most important influence on the industry. 2022, Hye Soo has landed 2 fantastic roles, and one of them, Suzy Yoona, has been important in the development of her acting career. These breathtakingly beautiful women made their return to the Korean small screen in 2022, and they left an impression on the audience that was profound and enduring. 1. Hye Soo. Since the beginning of the year up until the present, Hye Soo has starred as the main character in 2 movies that have received high praise from film critics and have been ranked among the most financially successful blockbusters of the year. The titles of these motion pictures are Juvenile Court and Under the Shadow of the Palace. The film Under the Shadow of the Middle Palace is flawless from beginning to end and does not in any way present any opportunities for audience confusion. Under the Shadow of the Middle Palace is the ideal film to use as a point of comparison for Juvenile Court because it, like Juvenile Court, focuses on juvenile delinquents and boasts a creative script and an engaging narrative. Elephant with a rat's tail, much like the vast majority of television episodes that are broadcasted today. Hye Soo offered the audience 2 very distinct impressions of herself while expertly executing the part of the story's principal protagonist in each of these films. Despite this, Hye Soo gave excellent performances in both of the roles. 2. Kim Ji-won. In 2017, Kim Ji-won made a triumphant comeback to the entertainment world with her performance as the female protagonist in the drama My Freedom Diary. Her performance was a huge success. This is also the piece of work that is regarded as being among the finest examples of television production that can be found in Korea in the year 2022. By portraying the role of a girl who is hopelessly lost in life and despises the entirety of the world, Kim Ji-won provides the audience with a look at a completely other side of her personality. As a direct consequence of this, the audience is taken aback by his embodiment. 3. Kim Tae-ri. It is impossible to deny that the film 2521 is of a high quality, nor is it possible to deny that Kim Tae-ri gives an outstanding performance in the film. Despite the fact that the ending of the film has been the subject of discussion, it is impossible to deny either of these things. She plays the role of a carefree high school student who is enthusiastic about fencing and lives in the future. Despite the fact that she is well over 30 years old, she also lives in the future. The spectator is able to observe a noticeable change in the manner in which Kim's external attractiveness is acting inside as the character develops throughout each stage. 4. Suzy. In the year before last, Suzy appeared in the film Anna, which marked the beginning of her comeback. Even though there are only 8 episodes in the film, it is largely considered to be the most successful picture that the female idol has produced to this point. Because of the movie, Suzy was able to break through as an actress, and she is now recognized on a professional level. In the movie, she plays a talented young lady whose family life is difficult. As a consequence of this, She is compelled to work as a maid for Lady Anna, and then, in order to advance socially, she assumes the identity of Lady Anna. 5. Yoona is another well-known Korean actress who, like Suzy, just had an appearance in a movie and has had a lot of success on the Korean big screen in the past year. As a direct result of her work in the film Big Mouth, Yoona is now considered to be significantly more mature in all aspects of the performing arts, including expression and even radio. In addition, she continues to show her attractiveness at the box office with the critically praised movie Confidential Assignment 2, which was released this year. The movie received a lot of positive buzz. 6. Kim Se-jong. Even though she has been working in the acting field for a considerable amount of time, Kim Se-jong did not get significantly involved in the industry until this year, when she got a role in the movie A Business Proposal. The exceptional performance, the charming connection between her and Hye Soo, and the backing of the supporting cast have all contributed to A Business Proposal becoming one of the works that has sold the most copies so far this year. Despite the fact that the narrative isn't very novel, the connection between her and Hye Soo is particularly charming. Unfortunately, Kim Se-jong was bombed as a direct consequence of her hasty return to today's webtoon not long after that event took place. Son Ye Jin, who comes in at number 7 this year. Earlier in the year, the nation's first love Son Ye Jin made a comeback in the movie 39, which was her last effort before she halted her career to get married and have children. Son Ye Jin was the first love of the nation. Mi-do, a 39-year-old woman who has been through a lot of suffering and grief, eventually finds love, and learns to accept the reality that her closest friend is gone forever and can't be with her is the character that she plays in the movie. In the movie, she also learns to accept the reality that her closest friend can't be with her. Welcoming people who have reached the age of 40 with open arms. However, the human story, the journey together to realize the 40-year-old ambitions of the three ladies, and the similarities of Mi-do with the beauty of the Son family are what make this part unique. Son Ye Jin should not have any trouble playing the character because it is not unduly complicated. 8. Young So Min Young on the Korean screen. So Min is the stunning flower that blossoms later than the others than anyone else. However, despite the fact that Min is exceptionally talented and has a stunning physical appearance, she is invariably tardy for everything. In 2022, when the movie Hyun Soul was first made available to the public, the beginning of her meteoric rise to fame may be dated. Regrettably, due to circumstances beyond her control, she was unable to participate in the continuation of the story.